Hello students, I am your social teacher Utravel. Today we are going to see a new lesson from geography. We are living in the earth. So our earth is a unique planet. So earth is one of the part of solar system or solar family. In the solar system there are 8 planets. In the 8 planets earth is a unique planet. It is a third planet also. Earth has the different physical features like mountain, forest, water bodies like lakes, rivers, ocean and small ponds. These different types of features on the earth occur due to the two basic forces of the earth, endogenetic and exogenetic forces. Today we are going to discuss a new lesson, lithosphere 1 and endogenic processes. What is endogenetic processes? The endogenetic processes, these force coming from within the earth and causing horizontal and vertical movement are known as endogenetic forces. These movements lead the land upliftment and subsidence, folding and faulting, earthquakes and volcanic eruption, etc. These endogenetic movements are two types. One is slow and another one is sudden movement. So in the sudden movement, volcanic eruption and earthquakes are outcome of sudden movement, and landform formation and plates are moving vertically or horizontally or slow movement. In this lesson, we are going to discuss about the spheres of the earth and internal structure of the earth and rock types and its cycle. These are the things we are going to see in this lesson. Earth is composed of 4 spheres, namely lithosphere, the atmosphere, the hydrosphere and the biosphere. Already I told you. The sequence of lessons generally follows the spheres of the earth system in a comprehensive manner. The first we will discuss about the 4 spheres. What is lithosphere? The lithosphere is a solid outer part of the earth. That means the continent, mountains, these are called lithospheres. So another one, the atmosphere. Atmosphere is a thin layer of gases that surrounds the earth. Hydrosphere is water bodies. And biosphere is a layer of the earth where life exists. These are the 4 spheres of the earth. Spheres of the earth. Earth's surface is a vast area of 510 million square kilometer where 4 spheres on the earth interact. The abiotic spheres are the lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere. The biotic spheres is the biosphere. That means abiotic means non-living things or non-living organisms. Here the biotic means biosphere. Biosphere means living organism. There are 4 spheres. In the last sphere, biosphere only is called living organisms. Together this sphere constitute the planet Earth. The structure of the earth. We will discuss about the structure of the earth. The outer surface and inner core of the earth are totally different in their nature. The structure of the earth's interior is divided into 3 layers, namely the crust, the mantle and the core. Crust is the outer layer of the earth where we live. It is the skin of our earth. Crust is the outermost layer of the earth, and also it is called skin of our earth, which ranges between 5 to 30 kilometer. So it is the solid and rigid layer of the earth. The crust is classified as continental crust and oceanic crust. The major element of crust, sial. What is sial? Sial means silica and aluminium. The oceanic crust composed of sima. Sima means silica and magnesium. So continental crust is made up of Sial and oceanic crust is made up of Sima. Here we can see the terms lithosphere and crust. The lithosphere and crust are not the same. The terms lithosphere and crust are not the same. The lithosphere includes the crust and the uppermost part of the mantle. So already we discussed about the crust is one of the layer of the earth. Lithosphere and crust are not the same. So lithosphere includes the crust and the uppermost part of the mantle. So mantle is divided into two, upper mantle and lower mantle. So upper mantle also called the lithosphere. Here all the terrestrial planets have lithosphere. What is the terrestrial planet? So here the terrestrial planets are the planets are the closest to the sun. These planets are called terrestrial planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. These planets are called terrestrial planets. Here the terrestrial planets have lithosphere. That means the rocks or lithosphere not only have in the earth, the other three planets also have rocks. Venus and Mars are much thicker and more rigid than that of the earth. The next one is the mantle. The inner part beneath the crust is called mantle, which is about 2900 km thick. The major element of the mantle are silica and magnesium, and hence it is also termed as Sima. In the mantle, so mantle, the depth of the mantle is 2900 km. The major element exists in the mantle is silica and magnesium. So that is called Sima. In the upper part of the mantle, the rock remains solid. There are two parts in the mantle. One is a upper and lower part. Here in the upper part of the mantle, the rock remains solid, whereas in the lower part of the mantle, rocks are in molten form. This molten rock inside the earth is called magma. So magma, already we know about the magma. The molten rock inside the earth is called magma. The magma comes out due to the volcanic eruption. The next one is core. The core is the innermost and hottest layer of the earth which lies below the mantle. So here the core. The core is also divided into two. One is inner core and outer core. The inner core, if you see the inner core, is solid in nature. Outer core is in liquid in nature. It is composed mainly of nickel and iron. That means ferrous, knife. Hence it is called knife. The presence of large quantities of iron in the core is responsible for the Earth's gravitational force. As the Earth rotates on its axis, the liquid outer core spins over the solid inner core and generates the Earth's magnetic field. This is responsible for functioning of the magnetic compass. Due to high pressure, the materials in the inner core are unable to move and hence remain solid. So here there are two types of core. One is inner core and outer core. Inner core is in solid in nature, outer core is liquid in nature. In this core, there are two elements exist. One is nickel and ferrous. Ferrous means iron. So that is the reason Earth has the gravitational force. And also Earth rotates its own axis. Another topic is rocks. The crust is the storehouse of rocks. Already we know that crust has number of physical features like mountains, water bodies, continents. These are called crust materials. Here an aggregate of minerals on the earth crust is called rock. It may be hard and compact like granite or soft as clay or loose as sand. So these are the things only available on the crust. The types of rock, there are three types of rock. Based on formation, rocks are classified as three: igneous rock, sedimentary rock and metamorphic rock. First one is igneous rock. The word igneous is derived from the Latin word ignis, meaning fire. The interior of the earth contains very hot molten material called magma. So already we know about the magma. Magma is a very hot liquid rock found below the earth's surface, mixed with gases and mineral crystal. That is called magma. When the magma reaches the earth's surface, it is referred to as lava. So what is called lava? The hot liquid rock that comes out of a large opening at the top of the mountain, that is called volcanic mountain, that is named as lava. The lava on the surface cools down and gets solidified as rocks called igneous rocks. Granite and basalt are example of such rocks. Igneous rocks are also called parent rock or mother rock or primary rock, because all other rocks are directly or indirectly formed from igneous rocks. Next one is the sedimentary rock. What is meant by the sediment? The sediment means settle. The sediment means settle. The sedimentary rocks that are formed by deposition of small particles and subsequent cementation of mineral or organic particles on the floor of ocean, that is called sedimentary rocks. Here settlement of rivers, glaciers and winds, bits of rock and soil and deposit them in layer. After a few million years, these deposits harden into compact rocks and are called sedimentary rocks. The bodies of plants and animals that fall on the deposits gets embedded in the layers and form fossils. We know about the fossils, already we discussed in our previous classes. Sandstone, limestone, chalk, gypsum, coal, conglomerate are example of sedimentary rocks. These sedimentary rocks are buried by the rivers, glaciers and wind. So these sedimentary rocks came from igneous rocks. The igneous rocks is called primary rocks. From the primary rocks, the natural forces of the earth, river, glaciers and winds carry the bits of rocks and other parts of the rocks, and they buried in the layers of the soil, and later it became sedimentary rock. And another one is the metamorphic rock. So here the metamorphic rocks, the term metamorphic is derived from the word metamorphosis, which means change of form. So which is called metamorphic rocks. The metamorphic rocks have modified by heat, pressure and chemical processes, usually while buried deep below Earth's surface. So this is called metamorphic rocks. In the metamorphic rocks, these rocks change its characteristics features. That means the chemical features and other features are changed by the heat and pressure of the earth. This is called metamorphic rocks. When igneous rocks or sedimentary rocks are subjected to extreme heat and pressure, they undergo a complete change in their form and character. In course of time, granite may get transformed to gneiss. Granite, we know that it transformed to gneiss, basalt to schist, limestone to marble and sandstone to quartzite. These are metamorphic rocks. So another one is rock cycle. So already we discussed about the igneous rocks. Igneous rocks became a sedimentary rock. Sedimentary rock became metamorphic rock. That metamorphic rock again changed by the internal forces of the earth, and again it became a igneous rock. So rock cycle is a continuous process through which igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks are transformed from one form to another form by the internal forces of the earth. Okay children, today's class is over. You are asked to complete your assignment by clicking the link below. Thank you.